Recently, the ladders.com published an article that asked if it's actually okay to call in sick after a breakup.
What?
Yeah, this writer, Linda Lufan, believes that calling out sick depends on two things: what kind of employer you work for and what kind of employee you are. While your employer hopefully wants what's best for you, a great employee shouldn't abuse the trust because taking too many days off could negatively impact the company. So, ladies, do you think being lovesick is a valid reason to miss work? So they're saying, you have a breakup, I need a day.
I'm with you guys. I think this is completely unacceptable. That's just my opinion on multiple levels. Where have we gotten to a point where a man has such control over your life that you can't function enough to go to your job that pays for your livelihood, your home, Guys, we're taking this too far. I get having a broken heart. I get that it hurts so bad. But sometimes I actually think even going to work can maybe be a distraction for you. Something that you can put your mind towards that gets your mind off of the pain and the hurt that you're going through. But I think you have to think about this. If you are currently in a relationship and when you just imagine not being with that person, taking you out, like, it knocks you out to the point where you cannot function and get up to go to work. Something there is not healthy, and you need to get that in check. That's scary.
When I worked as an engineer, we did have mental health awareness days. So, like, you could take, like, if you know you needed, like, a break. A day. So, I mean, that would fall under that category because all breakups are not the same. I mean, it depends on how hard the breakup, you know what, like me, I break up with somebody every 2 weeks. So, it's, you know, I'd be like, I need a day.
This actually this happened to me. I had someone, yes, I don't want to put her on blast because she's really good.
Who are you talking about, me?
No.
Okay.
She had broken up with her boyfriend, and the thing is she just wasn't as effective that particular day. She was like Eeyore, like, and I've been there. I'm not a great break-upper. I just made up a word, but I didn't know how to handle that well. So, but I am aware that sometimes I'm too kind. You know what I mean? So I just didn't want to be around that energy.
Did you talk to her about it?
I did talk to her about it, and I said, because I heard her on the phone, and I was like, oh, God, I don't know if I want that energy around me right now. Why don't I give you the day off?
Yeah.
If you can't get yourself together in 3 days, then this isn't gonna work.
Dang, that's hella nice. That's what happened in the breakup. Jennifer Aniston got sent home.
She did?
Really nice.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess, the only major breakup I can think about, to relate this to is my divorce.
That's the biggest kind of breakup you can have.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe, you needed a little time.
Right. Well, maybe, and you would think that I did, but here's the thing. I knew that if I sat at home, I know myself well enough, right, that I would wallow in it. I would absolutely mourn in it. I would start to self-shame and self-guilt and all these things that your mind, when it's free, it just starts to go into those zones that maybe aren't healthy for me.
Yeah.
So honestly, coming to work, reminding myself that I worked so hard to get to where I am right now, filling myself with great supportive people, you guys, the real fam, laughing, and then looking at that paycheck to take myself out on a date by myself to make myself feel better and move on, that's strong J.
And there are some jobs that you can't take off. I mean, and we wouldn't want them to take off. So it's like, if you got to get yourself together, try. I know with being, we're all contractors, our own self-contractors. Yeah. If I have a comedy show, I can't take off. So there have been plenty of times in my life.
Tickets were sold.
Yeah, I'm like, that breach of contract will hit your ass. I'm like, woo! I'll be there telling the jokes, heartbreak and telling jokes, So you just have to find a way to channel it, especially if you really depend on, if you need the money, depend on your job. Don't let something like that get to you. Get your money, okay? Get it.
Some might say you might want to say you're sick instead of you have a broken heart.
Well, that's what we were talking about,
like
the
lying.
mental, you could take a mental break.
Now, I will say this, there is a difference, and if you really, really feel like you're not okay, it is okay to go get help as well. I don't say just stay home and just don't go to work. Go speak to somebody, go get help, because depression is real.
Oh, yes.
And if that's what's happening, that's completely different. And I want to make sure that we're clear that we're not saying, oh, you're being silly. If you really feel that, then again, it's not a question of do I take off of work. It's don't just stay home and not go to work. Go talk to somebody, go get help.
Find some help.
Yeah.